Thursday therapy. So some things that I've seen or heard this week that have bothered me that I want to get off my chest. Long leads, really long leads, biothane leads being used on dogs that have a collar only, and people holding the lead or grabbing it because their dog's recall is poor, and then the dog jolting, kind of like a whiplash response. Don't get me started on that. Someone went into the back of me. And yeah, them not being used correctly. So things to think about with a long lead is that it should be on a harness, a well-fitting harness, and also about how it's held. Number 2, the idea that a dog is, and this is more of a terminology one, but I do think it's important, but the idea that a dog that is scared of other dogs needs to be socialised with other dogs. Now, the idea of socialisation is that they can interact with other dogs happily and be around other dogs and potentially play, but a dog that's scared cannot be socialized. Like, just exposing them to other dogs when the other dog's like, hey, I want to play, and they go running up to the dog that's scared and, do play bows, which can also be a distance creating activity. But, like, hey, I want to be your best friend. And the dog's like, oh, I'm really scared. Like, that's not socializing them. That's going to scare them and overwhelm them, even if that other dog's intention's good. So, if a dog's scared of dogs, you need to gradually help desensitize them, make them less sensitive to other dogs. Just putting them in, a dog park with a load of other dogs is going to be too overwhelming for them and really scary. So maybe that's more of a terminology one, but I think that's important, because when we think of socialisation, my mind goes to puppy socialisation, and a lot of people think that is puppies running around and, interacting with each other. Number 3 of my Thursday therapy session is the idea that you should put a cat in a carrier and let a dog sniff around it to help the cat and dog get used to each other. The cat is going to feel trapped inside that carrier and physically can't move away. They might feel some kind of sense of safety because if it's shut. However, they're likely to feel trapped because their agency to be able to move away is taken. There's lots of other ways to introduce cats and dogs that still give cats agency and control, because as a prey and predator species, they like to be up high, and that's where they feel safe. So just putting them in a carrier and letting a dog sniff it and getting really close, you probably find the cat's right at the back of the carrier, petrified. So, no. So yeah, they're my 3 things. So long leads, long training leads on sensitive necks, cats in carriers to try and get them used to dogs, and this idea that a scared dog needs to be socialised by putting them in a room full of other dogs or in a park, or something really frigging stupid that I heard, attaching the dog to another dog's lead. So a double lead, which I don't like anyway. So they get used to them, like just trying to really stress and overwhelm themselves. And the thing is, some people might think that this is a longer therapy session than planned. Some people might think that dog's okay, but actually it's probably petrified and it's shut down. But because it's not barking and lunging, the person thinks, it's cured. But actually, they're really scared and they've kind of got learned helplessness and they don't feel that they can exhibit their behaviours because they're really scared. So, something to be mindful of. Calm or relaxed, or actually petrified and shut down.